Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be why do we get cramps on our period? So basically me giving you guys the explanation behind period cramps. We're going to be talking all about period cramps, such a lovely topic, right? And at the end of the video I will be giving you guys 5 tips for dealing with period cramps. I am actually PMSing right now, so if you're wondering why I look a little like I'm in pajamas and like I don't have any makeup on, it's because I am that tired. I just baked cookies. I'm in the real PMS phase right now. I'm also not wearing makeup because I'm trying to clear up my skin and also just embrace the way I look without makeup. So if you're watching this, I encourage you to do the same. Take a break from makeup because it's made me a lot more confident. Anyway, that's off topic. The point of this video is that I just feel like period cramps, it's like such a thing that can take over your life if you have a period, but I feel like not a lot of people know why we actually get them, and knowing why can really help with like how to make them feel less painful. So that's what this video is going to be. I'm going to be walking you guys through just an explanation. We're going to talk about period cramps. I personally haven't always had the worst period cramps, but recently, like as I've gotten older, I feel like they are kind of getting worse. Right before I got my period, I think it was last cycle, maybe the cycle before, I was in journalism class because I take journalism at my school, and I was having horrible cramps, like so bad. I had to like stretch out on 2 chairs and it was just so bad. I came home, took Advil, and sometimes they like get incorporated or coupled almost with headaches. Like, I don't know. But the term for period cramps is dysmenorrhea.
It's called dysmenorrhea.
Okay, it's actually dysmenorrhea. But it's basically the pain that you feel like kind of in your abdomen, like lower down, like where your uterus is. I'll insert a little diagram here. But sometimes I confuse having a stomach ache or feeling kind of sick because of my period with cramps, but cramps are very specific. They're a lot more painful and kind of like, I don't know, for me, I've always kind of describe them as like stretching, like pulling sharp stabs. That's at least what mine feel like. Some people have more crampy cramps and some people it's more sharp. Some people it feels more like an upset stomach. It really depends. But personally for me, I like to know why certain things are feeling certain ways, because otherwise I go completely insane, because I do feel like I have a lot of health anxiety. So just knowing what your body's doing and why it's feeling this way, and also assuring yourself that it's probably normal, I feel like that can really help. So basically period cramps occur during your period or before your period because what your uterus is doing is your uterus is contracting to shed its lining, which the lining is the blood that comes out. But your body can't obviously get rid of this blood on its own. It's almost like when you deliver a baby. I mean, obviously you're not doing that. That's what your period is there to remind you that you're not doing. But in the future, if you choose to have children, the way that your uterus contracts and you have those contractions, it's basically horrible period cramps, because what your uterus is doing is you get these hormone-like substances that are released throughout your cycle. Some people who have periods have cramps during PMS, like the couple weeks before you get your period or days before or when they're on their period. It really just depends. But these substances are like hormones called prostaglandins, and they trigger these contractions of your uterus. However, if your uterus contracts, it's gonna cramp. Does that make sense? So the more of the prostaglandins you have, these hormones that make your muscles contract in your uterus to let out the blood, the more severe your cramps are gonna be. And since your uterus is very connected in your pelvic area, if you have like a woman's body, it can also cause back pain, leg pain, make it hard to stand up. It can even cause pelvic pain. I get a lot of pelvic pain on my period. Like, it's hard to stand up for a while without it like hurting down there almost. And it can feel like almost a throbbing sensation, a cramping sensation. It really just depends. Like, everyone's body is different. Some people don't even get cramps at all, and I am so jealous of those people. But this can, like, the pain itself and just also the hormones in general, it can also cause secondary symptoms like headache or nausea or dizziness or feeling really tired, because having cramps like that, they can be really painful. As I said before, luckily I don't have incredibly painful ones, but there are also some causes or like some conditions that can cause worse period cramps. So there is a disorder called endometriosis, which is basically where tissue that isn't kind of the blood or the lining of your uterus, it grows outside of your uterus, and those extra adhesions can lead to more severe cramps, and some people have endometriosis really badly. That's why I'm saying in this video, like, if you're watching this video because you get horrible cramps that interfere with your life, that like you've passed out from the pain, it's just so bad, I would always go on the safe side, and I would recommend seeing your doctor about that or going to your gynecologist, because they're there to help with that, and they can do certain tests to see if you would have endometriosis, or there's certain other diseases like that can cause really bad cramps. Some people just get really bad cramps. Doesn't mean you have a disease or a disorder or any sort of condition, but there's something called uterine fibroids, which are also like other growths that can make your cramps worse. Or there's also a condition, sorry about the lighting by the way, I don't know why the weather's changing so much like this. Oh, there comes the sun again. Anyway, cramps are normal, the pain is normal, unfortunately. definitely, but if it does feel so severe, like, you know your body, always be on the safe side. Go get checked out by your doctor, because sometimes it's not even that severe of a condition, and then you can get it treated, and then you don't have to worry about feeling that way on your period anymore. And I've said this before in my other videos, I've made so many period days in my life dealing with period cramps. If you want to go watch one of those when my cramps were particularly bad, I'll put that video here. But the reason often why you don't feel the cramps when the blood is actually coming out is because, as we talked about before, those period cramps are what's allowing the blood to come out. So I remember in an old video, I compared it to like a slingshot almost once, because you know when it's like and then the blood just goes. I feel like it's almost like everything tightens, it's contracting, and then the blood comes out. That's why, like, the pain that you're feeling are the cramps that allow for the blood to come out, which is why you get cramps right before you get your period. Or, for example, if your flow is kind of light and then it gets super heavy, but you were having cramps when your flow was light, that's why, because the cramps are what allows for the blood to come out. But I feel like it's just helpful and less scary to know why you're having those cramps. Those cramps are to help your body get rid of the blood that is in your body because you are not pregnant with a baby. And so just knowing that these cramps are actually an indication that things are working as they should be, I feel like that's helpful and can honestly almost help. Like, you know when you go to the doctor and you're feeling really sick, but the second you go to the doctor you feel better? I feel like a lot of our pain is caused by not really knowing what's going on in our body. So that's basically the explanation for what's going on. Of course, truly severe cramps that are, as I said, interfering with school or sports or causing you to just lie in bed all day, like really severe pain that's really interfering with your life and your body, that is probably not normal. You should probably go get that checked out. But now, just for like some general tips, I came up with 5. Of course, there's tons online, and in my other videos I've offered some other tips, but these 5 are like what I do on my period if I want to help with my cramps, back pain, pelvic pain. The first, I know it's basic, but it really truly does help. Use a heating pad. I will link my favorite heating pad down below. I haven't used it in a while, but honestly, it's so helpful when you have period cramps to just lie with it and even apply pressure with it. Like, press in those areas where you're experiencing a lot of period pain. It can really help because heat basically like serves to relax your muscles and reduce inflammation. Heat just really soothes and relaxes. So even a hot bath, if you don't have a heating pad, not too hot, but, or even take like some warm wet washcloths, like lie them on your stomach. I feel like it can really help relax those muscles because period cramps are very muscular since it has to do with the contractions. My second tip is to stretch. This is one of the best things. I feel like when I have period cramps, I can't sit still. I can't sit in that pain. Like when I was in class that one day and my cramps were so bad, I was like lying like this, I was going like this, just because it stretched out my back, it stretched out that whole area. I feel like it reduced that tightening. I don't know, it just really helps for me at least to stretch, do some light yoga. It relieves the like cramping and the inflammation. My third tip I cannot stress enough, and it is to drink a lot of water. Water really helps period cramps for some reason, so if you're watching this, you have bad cramps right now, go get a big glass of water and down it for me, please. The reason why water helps is because it increases your blood flow, and so it can reduce that tightening and the contractions down there and relax your muscles. Water's just obviously good for you. It's gonna help you if you're having period cramps, and it'll prevent dehydration, which dehydration can also cramp up your muscles. So make sure that you have a lot of water, stay hydrated. Don't overdo it with the water, of course, but stay hydrated. My fourth tip is super important. I don't listen to it, only like when I have bad cramps, and like I should probably listen to it, but eat a lot of anti-inflammatory food and avoid certain other foods. The reason for this is because if you eat a bag of really spicy chips and you're already having bad cramps, it's literally just going to make your cramps that much worse. Even though I know we get those period cravings, trust me, I get it. If you're eating tons of like Twix bars and, you know, dark chocolate and cookies and like really salty chips, it's gonna inflame your body more, and the way that you get rid of cramps is by reducing inflammation, because those cramps are like inflammation, that's what's causing your pain. So I would stay away from certain meats, from certain foods, like spicy chips. Do not eat that. Like dark chocolate is okay. Dark chocolate has actually been proven, I think, to reduce cramps. Have foods that are like really good, that are good and satisfy your cravings, but not ones that are gonna make your cramps worse, because the last thing you want to do is add on top of your pain already another stomach ache. And I feel like it's a common mistake, because when you're on your period you crave those things and then you wonder, oh, my cramps are so much worse. It's because you don't want to give yourself a stomach ache on top of that. I know it's easier said than done, but just try to eat a little healthier, or you know what I mean, like have dark chocolate. Don't have like a bag of, you know, really spicy chips. And my last tip, and you're you're gonna hate me for this, but it also kind of leads into like just another little warning at the end of this video. It is, get some exercise if the cramps aren't too bad. I know, trust me, when you're on your period, you're tired, you're PMSing, the last thing you want to do is exercise, but just get some light exercise. It really can help with that tightening and the contractions and the muscle tightness down there that causes your cramps. Just some light exercise. Go for a walk, stretch, do some yoga, try to go for like a light jog, something like that, if the cramps aren't too severe. And this is kind of what leads me into my last little point. If your cramps are so severe you don't even think you could get up and walk around or even go for like a little light jog just down a sidewalk, that is probably when I would recommend seeing your doctor. It might not even mean something's really wrong with you, it just might mean that you need some over-the-counter medication or some other kind of medication to reduce the inflammation and pain that you get on your period. And of course, these are natural remedies that I suggested, but there is nothing wrong with taking over-the-counter medication as long as you do it safely, carefully, properly. My mom still gives me my Tylenol and Advil because I don't know how to take it myself. So just make sure that if you are taking meds like that, like Advil or Tylenol or ibuprofen, that your doctor knows about it and your mom knows about it, or your parents, whatever kind of family situation you're in. And just a little tip for that, I like to write down when I take my medication. If I'm on my period and I take Advil, because then I won't take it so soon after, because you have to wait from one point till the next dose. But I love Advil for period cramps. If nothing else is working, good old Advil. You know, whoever came up with modern medicine, whoever came up with Advil, I love whoever did that. Over-the-counter medication can just really be like a really quick fix and savior if you take it carefully and properly and the correct dosage. But anyway guys, that is it for this video. I really hope that this video helped you out with educating you more on why you get period cramps. Like, why do I have such bad stomach aches on my period and I'm getting these sharp abdominal pains? If you're new to having a period and you're watching this, just know it's part of being a woman, it's part of having a period, so welcome to the pain. But you know, if you've had periods for a while, you kind of just were more curious, you wanted to know like, why am I feeling this pain? Why am I feeling this way on my period? What are period cramps? I hope that I was able to answer your questions and also provide you guys with some tips, because it's not fun, but there are certain things you can do to make it less painful. Please let me know any other period video suggestions that you want me to do in the future down below in the comments, because I feel like I've done everything and I really want to make more of these videos for you guys, because I just bumped the camera. I really want to make more of these videos for you guys because I know you guys love these kinds of videos. So please comment down below anything you would like to see from me. And so yeah, before you leave, please like this video, and if you made it to the end of this video, comment down below period cramps are the worst, because seriously, oh my god, I could go on a whole rant about this, about how we have to go to school and suffer through cramps once a month or even weeks out of the month because of PMS and actually being on your period. Meanwhile, guys who don't have periods just go about their life, never have period cramps, never have blood gushing out of their body. It really is the worst. But there are obviously, as we talked about in this video, ways to make it less painful. And also please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I do so many other period related videos, if you can't tell already, and just other videos about what it's like to be a teen girl. Hopefully relatable content for you guys. So if you are interested in seeing that, then definitely make sure to subscribe. And yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching it, and I love you guys. Bye!